Hello friends, today again I am before you for discussion regarding yesterday's question. So we'll first discuss that question and then we'll try to find out what can be the model answer for that. So now let us see what was the question and how it can be answered properly. The question is, what are the criticisms of the cosmological argument? How do Kant and Hume challenge it? Now the question basically structure will be, in introduction, we will first try to introduce what is the cosmological argument actually, and then we'll directly jump to criticisms of cosmological argument because that is first part of the question. And then second part is how do Kant and Hume challenge it. And third, we will try to conclude what is the basically result of all this discussion. So now let us start. Can tracing back causes lead us to God? So this is basically the main thrust of cosmological argument. In a question mode, we are asking, can tracing back causes lead us to God? The cosmological argument rooted in Plato and Aristotle was systematized by Thomas Aquinas and refined by Avicenna and Leibniz. It claims that contingent word cannot explain itself, thus must rest on first cause or necessary being. God, that is God. Despite its influence, the argument has faced strong criticism. So basically, this is the main argument, cosmological argument, that contingent word cannot explain itself and thus must rest on first cause. That is necessary being, that is God. Now, what are its criticisms? Let us see, because now this is the main question basically. So we have to directly jump to main question and answer it. General criticisms. Now, first is fallacy of composition. That every part of the universe has a cause does not logically entail that the universe as a whole must have a cause. So this is the fallacy of composition. This jump from parts to whole is problematic. Second is possibility of infinite regress. The assumption that an infinite causal chain is impossible lacks proof. Bertrand Russell, he famously argued that the universe is just there and that's all. It doesn't require any cause as proposed by cosmological argument. Third, ambiguity of necessity. The argument conflates different senses of necessity, logical, causal, and ontological, without establishing why God's existence must be necessary in any of these terms. So again, it's quite ambiguous. As far as necessity, the cosmological argument is trying to prove. Now, what is the Hume's critique? Now, second part of the question will come. What is basically Hume's critique? David Hume, as you know, has rejected causality, has rejected induction, and he says that there is no logical connection between cause and effect. It's only customary or it's only mental construct. So accordingly, he rejects this also. Let us see that. Now, David Hume, in his book Dialogues Concerning Natural Religion, rejected causal principle as a product of custom, not reason. He questioned whether the universe even requires a cause, given our lack of experience of universes being created, and denied that causation can lead to personal deity. So there are two objections from Hume. First, whether this universe actually requires a cause, and second, even if there is a cause, whether it will lead to a personal deity. So this is again, two objections by Hume. Now let us see Kant's critique, because another question, part of the question also asks what is Kant's critique. Immanuel Kant, in his book called Critique of Pure Reason, argued that cosmological argument covertly depends on ontological argument. Therefore, and since ontological argument itself is rejected, because ontological argument is that a perfect being necessarily should exist because existence is predicate or quality of perfect being. So Kant says no, predicate is different, quality is different, and existence is different. First, it should exist, and then only qualities can be superimposed. So ontological argument is rejected. Now, since this cosmological argument depends on ontological argument, therefore, this also is rejected. So that's what Kant's argument. Further, metaphysical claims about necessary being exceed the bounds of human experience, making them epistemically illegitimate. If you have already gone through Kant, you will understand noumena and phenomena. So he says basically that the argument about existence of God lies in the realm of noumena, and therefore it is out of bound for human experience, and therefore any talk or any discussion regarding that is epistemically illegitimate, and therefore it's invalid. So that's what Kant's argument, second argument is. So in conclusion, what we can say, the cosmological argument raises profound questions but rests on fragile foundations. As human Kant has shown, it relies on questionable logic and unverifiable metaphysics. So therefore, definitely it will not hold good on the count of reason, basically. So it opens a philosophical doorway, but not a path to certainty. So this is what we are concluding as far as this question is concerned. Now let us see what question we will take up tomorrow. Now, as you know, we will take up a question from sociopolitical philosophy. So the question will be, define sovereignty, distinguish between legal and popular sovereignty. So define sovereignty, distinguish between legal and popular sovereignty. Now this question we will try to discuss tomorrow, and we will give model answer for this. Now thank you for watching today's video. We'll meet again tomorrow with the discussion and model answer for the question from sociopolitical philosophy. Thank you one and all.